welcome back. So we're going to try to finish off this systems of equation word problems here. And we got number 4, the gym. Boy, have I not been to the gym in a while. All right. So we got one gym. They charge $40 a month and $3 for an exercise class. And then we got another gym that charges $20 per month and $8 for the class. And we want to see after how many exercise classes will the cost be the same. So we're talking about cost, right? Cost. And we're also talking about classes or exercise classes. So that's what we're going to make our X and Y. All right. So I'm going to make my X the classes, right? How many classes I got to take. And then I'm going to make my Y the cost. How much moolah you pay for the gym, all right? So let's say that one gym, and I'm going to kind of set this up in a familiar form. It's called slope-intercept form. So you got the one gym, right? And you're paying $3 per exercise class, so we don't know the class. Plus, you pay $40 a month off the bat, right? All right, looks a little different than the ones we've been doing before. And the next one, well, that cost is made up from the $8 you pay per class. And in this one, you start off and you pay a $20 membership fee. All right. So I think my best method, because I'm not going to graph this, okay? I think substitution is going to be the route to go, right? So remember, we're going to take this equation, right? Plug it in for y. So basically, we're just going to have variables on both sides. And you've got a very simple algebra problem to solve, right? Okay. Which means I want to get my x's on both sides, so I'm going to move my smaller one over. And this should be a breeze. We could probably do this in our sleep. Okay. And you get 5x, right? Plus 20 equals 40. I'm going to subtract 20. So 5x equals 20. I'm going to divide both sides by 5, and x equals 4. All right? So that's 4 classes. How am I going to find my y? Well, we'll plug it in. Let's see. I'll plug it into the top one. Again, it doesn't matter. So it'll be 3 times the 4 classes, right? So 4 times 3 is 12 plus 40. So what do we got? 12 plus 40 is going to cost me $52. All right, so let's answer the question. What will be the cost? How many classes? So there's going to be 4 classes, right? At $52, okay? There we go. So that answers that one. All right. Let's take a look at a couple of more of these. Alright, so looks like we got a final exam. Ooh, can't wait for those coming up, alright? That'll be a while though, so don't worry. Okay, so we got 110 points on one final exam. And there's 50 questions made up, okay? Some questions are worth 2 points, right? And then we've got some questions that are worth 4 points. So we want to know how many types of questions are on the test. All right. So again, we're going to start off by defining our variables. So you've got x will be my 2 pointers. Okay. And then we got y is going to be my 4 pointers. All right. So this is a very interesting one. Because if you look at the very top sentence up there, that is really going to give me both equations if you think about it. So, if you started off with 110 points, well, what makes up the points? Well, we make up the points by some 2 pointers, right? Which are the x's, and 4 pointers. So there's one of my equations right there. So a certain amount of 2 pointers plus a certain amount of 4 pointers are going to give me a total of 110 points on the test. All right. Now the next one may be a little tricky to find, but it's just 50 questions. Well, 50 questions are made up of some 2 pointers, right? X plus y would be 50 points, not bucks. I'm talking about money here. All right, now let's see. I'm going for elimination, okay? Which means I'm going to try, let's eliminate the x's by multiplying the bottom by -2, okay? So I'm going to leave my first one alone, right? And you know what? I'm running out of space here. Let's go write it over here on the side, okay? All right. So my first one is 2x plus 4y equals 110. My second one I'm going to multiply by -2, so that's -2x minus 2y equals -2 times 50 would be -100, right? Okay, now I'm going to add my system up, right? And I'm going to get 2y equals 10. So it looks like y is going to equal 5. So I've got 5 pointers. How am I going to get the next one? Just plug it in. Obviously, the bottom one's going to be the easier one, right? All right, so x plus 5 equals 50. Subtract 5, right? So I have 45 2 pointers, okay? So let's answer the question. So we got 45 2 pointers. Then we got 5 4 pointers. Okay. I've answered that. Alright. I'm going to go on to a couple more of these. Alright. I'm going to do one more problem, which is number 7. Then I'm going to have you guys work on 6, 8, and 9. And I'll have the answers posted for you on another video, and you could take a look at them, and I'll have them all worked out for you. So, give you a little practice, all right? So let's look at number 7. We have small sodas and large ones. We have the small ones, which I'm going to call X, all right? So the small ones are the X. Okay. Then we got the large ones, so obviously let's call the large the Y. And we have 35 sodas in all, and they cost $18.55. All right, so let's look at the money part first. So we've got 45 cents for the small ones plus 65 cents for the large ones. and that's going to cost us a whopping $18.55. Okay. This is kind of similar to the number 5 question, right? So we sold how many sodas altogether? 35. So we have some small ones plus some large ones equal 35. Now again, you have a couple of options of how you want to do this. All right. You know, I said I was an elimination fan, so I was going to just go ahead and do an elimination, which meant I can either cancel out the small sodas or the large ones. So I decided to multiply the bottom one by a negative 0.45x. Now again, if you want to use substitution, that is an option. Okay, so over here, I am not messing with the first one, right? Okay. So that's going to stay the same. The bottom one is the one I'm going to multiply by negative 45 to cancel out the small sodas, right? So that's going to be minus 0.45y. Okay, and then I'm going to do 35 times 0.45, which would give me negative 15.75. I'm going to add the system again so I cancel out the x's, right? So it's going to give me 20 cents. Subtract them would give me $2.80. Divide by 20. Right. So y is going to equal, what is it? 14. So that means I have 14 large sodas. All right, pretty easy to figure out the other one, right? Just minus it from 35. So I'll plug it in, so it'd be x plus 14 equals 35 minus 14. So x is going to equal 21. So we have what? 21 small ones, right? And then 14 large ones. All right. All right, like I said, I am going to let you guys try to do the next 3 on your own, okay? Then I'll post a whole answer key and you can kind of see how you did. Then I'm going to have a study guide and get you ready for the test, which will be due by Friday, okay?